everyone, and welcome to a new video. Don't worry, I am socks over, just that not white. I want to be silly, but not as silly. Yes, white and black is the official London outfit, and today I'm wearing, yes, the same clothing as my Canyon Aeroad. Nice great day today, perfect for the first long ride on the Aeroad and to report on the initial riding sensation after a week I used the bike on the normal commute. Guys, spoiler alert, what a bike. Yes, after the initial build I was so surprised to see how good it felt. I hope it's going to live up to the hype on the long ride. I'm a bit late, better to hurry up. Morning.
See?
There we are, strong guys.
And then you've got these like tail fins that go round and round, they're called disc brakes.
Look at that. As usual guys, we are at Colleach in Roehampton, Richmond Park, where every ride from Southwest London starts.
Ready?
Yep. Where's our seen friend Cram?
Cram's gone away with his girlfriend.
Ah, see.
Yeah, I know. Not with us today, I'm afraid.
Yes, I'm in stealth mode today, guys, wearing my super cheap Sirocco jersey of the basic beginner lines. Guys, with my discount, this comes £20 or so. Really incredible value. As you know, even during Black Friday you can shop Sirocco gear with my discount, powerful discount, with a link, and you get an extra 10%. Thank you so much for your help. Putting the bike together and getting the right spec is only half of the picture. The biggest part is actually fitting the bike to your needs and getting the same sensations I used to have with my Ultimate before. And you know, every bike, even if you try to replicate the same dimensions, is always a bit different. Certain angles here and there can inevitably feel very different on the saddle, and the long ride is very important to actually feel exactly if the small adjustment have made sense in setting up the whole position. The Aeroad compared to the Ultimate, the old generation, was ever so slightly longer and lower at the front, so I had to compensate a bit with my position, as well as the new 172.5 cranks. When I assembled the bike, I put the saddle in the middle of the rails. I chose the seat post with a position of no offset. I do like to stay forward on the bike and centered on the bottom bracket. I'm riding a 12 cm stem as before. Now, of course, on the short ride and with the emotion of being back on the bike, you can't really feel if your back is aching, if your knees are hurting. So yes, it's a learning curve on the long ride to see how it's going. And the elephant in the room is, of course, that I put together a performance bike even more aggressive than I used to ride. And guys, I'm not getting any younger, so I'm wondering whether the full performance setup is going to be sustainable for me. I really hate when they say don't copy the pros. Well, if you want to go fast, you have to, and suffer the consequences maybe. This bike is actually more comfortable than the Ultimate. I wasn't expecting that. I did read some reviews that between the two bikes the Ultimate was more rigid, and it seems to be the case. Yes, the Aeroad, maybe because of the geometry and the sloping seat stays, feel more comfortable, more compliant. It's not soft by any chance. Of course, when if I remember my previous bikes, the Velo build was a little bit softer than the Ultimate, of course, and this is really bang on in the middle. Realistically, this Aeroad has got a similar weight to my Ultimate, but when putting the power down on the Ultimate, it felt a bit choppy. So yes, pushing down hard with my enormous watts I felt the rear wheel bouncing a bit, so I had to control the bike a little bit more. This one feels a lot smoother, and yes, maybe the end result is a faster acceleration.
There's no
There you go.
at the moment.
Another strong rider joining the group, so another esteemed YouTuber as well. Actually, congratulations on your last edits are fantastic. Well done,
Guys,
mate.
don't forget to like, follow and subscribe.
Always,
Yeah,
always.
I hide him just for that.
I feel today like Mike Tyson against not one but 3 Jake Paul. These young kids are ripping my legs off, but you know what, I'm trying to stay with them. I was wondering how these new wheels were going to brake on the steep descent, because yes, the surface is not textured as I used to have before on the SE versions of the Hypers. I did try the braking on the normal commute, everything felt really well, but of course you never know until you hit the hills. And I have to say, braking is really great. For sure, part of the merit is of the direct mount brakes. You do feel extra power, and a moderate squeeze of the lever gets your bike stopped within most of the circumstances. Yes, I'm very pleased with that. Maybe in the rain the bite is not going to be the same. Yeah, I'll try to stay in the dry.
Yeah, I recognise the bike from the wheels, and I thought there must be a Federico around here. But that's great to see him out.
Definitely it is.
Good to see him back on a Canyon. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Quick coffee stop. You don't want to stay too long in the cold, because you know, in these conditions going back on the ride is going to be hard, because your muscles are going to be very, very cold and not ready. But at the same time, the coffee stop is good in these conditions for me, while trying the new bike, to understand if your leg is fatigued altogether, if there are hot spot in the muscle, to understand if your position is not optimal. In this case, I feel quite nice, so the position is very close to optimal. All your muscle from the legs, hamstring, quads needs to fire, and glutes of course needs to fire at the same rate in order to have the most efficient position on the bike. All the new Aeroad, yes. Dan is riding the top of the line CFR, and I'm on the old school CF SLX rim brake mechanical. Can the Aeroad climb as well? Yes, it can, really well actually. However, there's a slightly different feeling from the Ultimate, especially because of the gearing. This 5440 feels fantastic everywhere. I mean, the pull you have with the big ring at the front is something difficult to translate and explain. You feel like a force, a torque that is definitely better on the 54 or 53 front rings than 52 or 50. And yes, I think I can feel it, and it's amazing. However, when you put the 40 front ring with this 1134 11-speed cassette and you start climbing, nothing seems to happen, as in getting easier, until you reach the end of the cassette, which I guess is the way the gears and the ratios are designed. So yes, you have to hit the very end of the cassette to get into a lighter ratio, and then you can attempt to conquer even the steeper hills. Box Hill also done, about 90-95 kilometers in. I'm a bit tired. Yeah, I got dropped from the young guys on Box Hill, but within reason, not too far away. So I'm quite happy with the results today, because you don't know really, after a month and a half of the long rides, just commuting, I don't know my fitness on the long rides, so I can't really pinpoint whether bike position's got an issue or it's just me there, you know. a little bit older, a little bit weaker. Combination of everything. But the bike, I have to say, feels extremely good. And also the cranks 172.5 from 175 make a big difference. I'm really surprised, and I'm happy to admit I was wrong. I was hanging on maybe with a bit of masculine prowess. This spin much easier, especially when you are in the saddle. Difficult to explain. The movement is much more natural to roll over, and they make a big improvement without being too short, so you can still push hard by grinding. At the same time, yes, they spin quite nicely if you want to put the cadence on. Wow, guys, this bike feels amazing. Ah, well done.
Well done, Fed.
Nice one.
So back at the cafe, so I lost my group because everyone went a different direction. But yeah, I found Lewis.
Hey,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Yeah, so he got a really nice new bike. Yes, Scott foil. So another weapon for the flat effort. Yeah,
For the flat effort, yeah, not the hills. Yeah.
looks
Not with
great.
these legs.
Feel much better now. The chicken burger was very much needed at this stage. I had a nice chat with Lewis. Time for drawing some conclusions about the Aeroad. It is such a beautiful bike. Guys, to me, in the analog world, this is peak bike. I believe that this does everything better than the Ultimate, I have to confess. Apart from maybe true climbing on a steep hills. Ciao! Yes, maybe just the steep hills, because of the gearing, possibly the stiffness and lightness of the Ultimate. I don't know, there is something that, in my mind at least, gave the edge for the very steep hills. Apart from that, this is way better, I have to confess. Yes, on the flat, it flies out. Acceleration is great. I am really happy. So the task was to make this bike light and narrow. Well, I guess this is it. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you to the next video. Ciao.